Hey, what's up guys, it's Raveen from Richie Tech here, coming to you with a review of the 2016 MacBook Pro with TouchBar. Hey guys, here is the 2016 MacBook Pro with TouchBar. I picked this up at my local Best Buy for $16.99. I saved about $100. It is usually $17.99. So this is quite a lot of money to pay for a computer, even though it is a MacBook. Usually MacBooks are quite expensive, but $17.99 is quite a lot of money. And today I'll just like to cover what you'll be getting for your $17.99 or $1,800. I know on YouTube and other websites, there has been a lot of commotion over the new TouchBar that Apple has put in their computers. I'll just be describing today my thoughts on it and if you should get it, and if you do decide to get it, what you'll be getting with this new TouchBar. The computer itself is not that different. This is the space gray color. This is new for the MacBook Pro line, and this does not have the light up Apple logo as previous MacBook Pros did. This just has a polished Apple logo on the front. It's kind of disappointing to see. I like the light up system they had on their previous MacBooks, but as the display is much, the actual lid of the computer is much thinner in this model, they could not fit a light up mechanism, a light back here. There are also, the ports for this computer are quite disappointing. They're only 4 USB-C ports. As of now, USB-C is not quite used by many manufacturers. It is up and coming, but as of now, there are not many accessories you can get for USB-C. If you have USB like flash drives or whatever you have that is USB-C, USB, normal USB, you will not be able to use it on this without an adapter, and that is quite disappointing to me, given the fact you are paying quite a lot of money for this. But I assume in the future this will not be much of an issue. So as you take around the computer, as you look around the computer, there are 2 USB-C ports right here, and there are also 2 more right here, along with a 3.5mm audio jack. Unlike the iPhone 7, they have not taken this out of their new MacBooks. If we open it up here, we see the touch bar along the front of the computer here, along with the Touch ID. The Touch ID sensor right here. So if I put my finger on it, it will unlock. This isn't as useful as I assumed it will be. It is actually, almost for me, it is kind of annoying, as I would choose to put my password instead of my fingerprint. But you know, it is your choice. Some people like Touch ID, some people don't. Me, I just don't really like it that much. I find it kind of inconvenient. So let's get into more in-depth features of this. So the keyboard is quite a lot different from previous MacBooks. This is the butterfly 2nd generation mechanism. This was first found on the 12-inch MacBook released about a year ago. I have to say, this is quite a good keyboard. I didn't think I'd like it, but it is quite clicky, and it is satisfying to click. Honestly, at this point, I would not know which one I'd like more, this one or previous MacBooks. I am almost leaning towards this one a bit, just because it is a little bit more satisfying to click. And also, along with the touch bar, it is quite useful. Now getting into internal specs, this is the 13-inch MacBook Pro with 4 Thunderbolt 3 ports. The processor is a 2.9 GHz Intel Core i5 with 8 GB of RAM and Intel Iris Graphics 550. It is quite good at handling hard tasks. It really depends on what tasks you're going to be putting this through. I use this mostly for video editing and some music production on the side, and it has not disappointed me as of yet, because I will be pushing harder in the days and weeks to come. Let's see how this holds up to that kind of use. Now let's get into the touchpad, or the trackpad, man. It is quite big. A lot of people that do reviews on these computers will say it's really big, and they are not lying. It is much bigger than the previous generations, almost a full inch. I can fit my my phone in the space this trackpad covers. The trackpad itself, I don't find it particularly like different. It is almost, I feel as is the same as previous MacBooks before this. It is quite useful to me to have a much bigger trackpad, just because sometimes it's more work, it's more space to play with. Other than that, that's it for the trackpad. Now let's get into the main showcase piece on this computer, which is the TouchBar. For me, I don't really find this that useful. I mean, I can definitely live without it. It is nice to have, but since the only applications that work with this as of now are Apple applications, it could be much more useful, and sometimes it is annoying to when you're changing the volume. Instead of sliding the volume key up and down like this, I would much rather just click on it, but that is my personal opinion. You guys might have different ways of thinking about it, but that is just that's just how I feel. Plus, when you go into different apps, you get small buttons that you can play with, and I don't actually find that really useful either. I would much rather use the trackpad, as the trackpad is a lot bigger, and you can it is more convenient, in my opinion, than this touchbar. However, it does come in useful, especially when you're online and you're using Safari. You can go through your tabs on the touchbar right here, and if you have a lot of tabs open, you can scroll through them quite easily. Plus, with photos, you can scroll through photos, and you don't have to waste your time looking for a photo, because you can just scroll through it. But me, I can definitely live without it. You guys might like it. Me, I like it, but I don't think it's worth the extra $400 you pay for this. Sorry, $300 you pay for this. I do not think it's worth. And plus, with this touchbar model, the speakers, instead of being up here like they are in the normal MacBook, the new 2016 MacBook without the touchbar, they are down here. And I think that affects the sound a little bit. I've listened to both of them, and I kind of like the model without the touch bar more than the one with it. The sound sounds more filling, and there's a little bit more bass. But other than that, not much. I mean, it's almost the same as if it wasn't for the touch bar and the extra USB-C ports on the sides. Now let's get into why you should buy this and maybe why you shouldn't. So for me, I really don't like using dongles. I can't even put music or even photos in this computer just because I haven't purchased a dongle yet, a USB to USB a dongle. And that is quite a big problem for me, because with these new computers becoming slimmer, and Apple's trying very hard to make these computers a lot more portable, and these dongles are just not doing it for me, because the portability factor is quite lessened because of these dongles sticking out of your computer. And plus, with an $1,800 price tag, you can get even an older MacBook Pro, and I personally think it would be just as good as this, if not better. Now, there are also reasons why you should buy this, and this is because, of course, the touch bar. Whether you like it or not, it is quite useful in some applications. Most applications are not updated, or they're not really made so they can work with this touch bar, as it is quite a new feature. But as time goes along, I expect to see many new applications by other developers, not just Apple, taking advantage of this touch bar. As of now, it is not really worth the extra $300 in my opinion, but that is up to you. If you have a spare $1,800, by all means go spend it on this computer, as it is quite a good computer. But for me, my personal opinion is to hold off buying this. If you are going to buy the 2016 MacBook, I would recommend the cheaper $14.99 version. It does not have the touch bar, but to me, I don't think it really makes a difference, as the touch bar will not be used as much as you may think it will. So that is it for this review. I also did an unboxing of this in the previous video was an unboxing of this computer. I recommend you check that out too. Also, I'm gonna leave a link to my music channel down below. Please check that out. And as always, like, subscribe, share, and thank you for joining me today.